Hello, everybody. Today, we're going to talk about what many people know as the Serenity Prayer. I know we've already talked about it. That was the short version. Now we're going to talk about the long version. One of the most popular prayers today is known as the Serenity Prayer. It was written by Reinhold Niebuhr, and the prayer was widely used in sermons and Sunday school groups and studies. In the 1940s, the group Alcoholics Anonymous began to use a shortened version of the Serenity Prayer as a part of their 12-step program. And that shorter version is, God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Now, many people may not know this, but a friend of mine pointed out that when Reinhold Niebuhr would use this prayer in his sermons, when he would reference it, he never called it the Serenity Prayer like how we do today. He always called it the Courage Prayer. And I find that interesting because we focus on the serenity, right? Because in the first line of the prayer, it says, God grant me the serenity. But he focuses on the courage to change the things we can. So listen to this prayer again, but this time focus on the courage, and I'll read the extended version. God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Living one day at a time, enjoying one moment at a time, accepting hardships as the pathway to peace, taking as he did this sinful world as it is, not as I would have it, trusting that he will make all things right if I surrender to his will, so that I may be reasonably happy in this life and supremely happy with God forever and ever in the next. Amen. What I really pull out of this second stanza, what really stands out to me right now, is the whole idea of surrendering to God's will so that you can be reasonably happy in this life and supremely happy with God in the next. Truly a call to live in the moment, to not ask for everything that you want, but to ask for everything that you need, to try to embrace where you're at and make the best of it. I was listening to a doctor being interviewed on the news earlier this morning, and this person was a medic in Iraq and is now an emergency room doctor. And the person interviewing him, the news person on this national news show, said, can you tell me what it's like and if there's any comparison between serving in a war zone and serving in the ER now? And this person shared a lot of very insightful and interesting things, but the one thing that they said that really stuck out to me was when they said, when you're in a war, you don't fight a war with the army you want, you fight a war with the army you have. And in the ER, we're not going to fight this virus with the medical response that we wish we had. We're going to fight it with what we have. So we're going to embrace where we're at, we're going to accept it, and we're going to do the best we can. Never giving up, always pushing forward, being kind, loving one another, knowing that a better day is coming. And it may not be today, but it will be one day. I just find a lot of hope in that we may be reasonably happy in this life and supremely happy with God in the next. I hope this meditation blesses your soul. My name is Pastor Rob, and this is our 5-minute meditation. Holy Trinity Community Church. Together, we are the difference.